Hello, everyone. Welcome to the six-part training hosted by me, Augustus Kligis from Orange Klik, and Bradley from Helium 10. Hello, Bradley.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Cool. So in this six-part training, we will be covering a lot of basics for Amazon sellers, especially for beginners. I think we will touch some things for advanced sellers, right, Bradley?
Yes, pretty much if you are brand new on Amazon, if you're a seven-figure seller, you're going to get value from this training because this is all very important methods we're going to be going over that regardless of what level of seller you are, you need to implement in your business in order to sell more.
Perfect. So let's first introduce what is Helium 10 and who is Bradley Sutton. And we can introduce these six parts we will be talking in the next videos. And just go with the first training. So who is Bradley and what is Helium 10?
All right. Well, Helium 10 is the world's #1 software suite. We have the most data, the most accurate data, the best value suite of tools out there. We have everything, from profits calculator to keyword research, product research, inventory protection. So it was started by Manny Coates, who was trying to become an Amazon seller a few years ago. And then he noticed that he needed a lot of tools and software in order to scale his business. So he just started developing them with his own team. And then it just kind of expanded from there. And so our main goal is what we say, why it's Helium, is to help sellers rise to the top. And so that's our main goal. And that's what we do through our software, through our training sessions and everything. So me personally, I've been working at Helium 10 for about 7 or 8 months now. I'm the success manager, so I'm in charge of all of the training. I'm running a new podcast that we have, and also I'm the manager of the affiliates right now at Helium 10. And before then, it's something very interesting. A lot of people who don't know me or they just know of me, they think, oh, Bradley must have been an Amazon seller before. I've actually never had my own private label product. However, I was an Amazon consultant. So I was a consultant for many Amazon sellers and I worked for large corporations. And personally, I designed and launched over 400 products in the last 2.5 years before I started working at Helium 10. So that's my background, is listing optimization, research, and launching, and then maintaining listings with all of my clients. So I have a lot of knowledge that I'm hoping to share because that's what we like to do, share our knowledge and what I've learned. And I also learn from everybody else. So maybe you guys can teach me something too that I can share with somebody else. But as Augustus said, this is going to be a 6-part series. So this first one is kind of like how to do product research. Maybe you are a brand new Amazon seller, okay? And you don't know, there's 500-600 million products on Amazon. Where do I start? How do I start selling? We're going to show you how to find the opportunity on Amazon. That's one of the main things people keep saying, oh, it's too late to sell on Amazon. There's no more opportunity. No, there's still opportunity. So this is important, not just for beginners, but maybe you're an experienced seller and in your niche, it's kind of like maybe it is too competitive. So you want to start expanding your brand or looking for new niche or new niche, right? To sell products on Amazon. Well, you're going to find value in this too. Number 2 video is going to be about keyword research from an international perspective. All right. I'll tell you now, the #1 mistake that many sellers make is, let's say they start selling in Amazon USA. They make a listing and then they think, hey, Canada is an English speaking country. UK is an English speaking country. I'm just going to copy my listing for those. But why that's wrong and what danger could come, we're going to talk about that in video number 2. So make sure to tune into that. Number 3 is going to be advanced keyword research. All right. Now, when I say advanced, that does not mean that the beginners should just forget about it. All right. When I say advanced, it means that this is the best kind of keyword research. Whether you're a beginner or whether you're a 7-figure seller, you need to use this method because there's a lot of misinformation out there from what they call gurus or other companies who use marketing techniques to get you to think a certain way, but in real life, it's not the best way to do keyword research. I'm going to show you the best way to do that in the video number 3. And also, really important way that almost nobody talks about, a different way to look at reviews and how you can make that in your listing. Video number 4 is going to be about listing optimization. So now you did all your product research. We found the product, right? We did the international keyword research. We did advanced keyword research for the initial listing. We studied reviews. Now we got to put it all together and optimize the listing. And we're going to show you how to use Helium 10 to do that. But these things that we're teaching you and everything I've been mentioning so far, you don't have to use Helium 10. It just makes it easier. But this is going to be very valuable. If you use another software, go ahead, keep using that, but make sure to use these strategies I'm going to show. Video number 5 is after you make the listing, after you put it up, many sellers are just like, okay, I'm done. I'm just going to bring in the sales. No, you have to check a lot of things such as indexing, keyword ranks. We're going to show you all of the things that you need to make sure that you're doing after your listing is active. And in the final one, we're going to talk. Oh yeah, by the way, in number 5, we're also going to talk about how to launch your product. That was my specialty. So how do you get your initial your reviews? How do you launch your product? How do you get to page 1? In number 6, the final one, we're going to talk a little bit about PPC, especially product targeting ads. That's something new that everybody should be using. Before, it was only available to select few Amazon sellers. Now it's available to everybody. And also, once you have the mature listing, you have a listing, you already launched, now it's 6 months old, 6 years old. How do you keep maintaining it in order to stay relevant to buyers and keep sales going up or at least steady instead of going down because it's an older listing? And we will talk about some financial aspects of your Amazon business and how you can get up to $10,000 back from Amazon just by submitting a couple of reports. So I bet that has you curious. We're going to talk about that too. So that's right now the full 6 series plan. So make sure that you tune in to each one because it's going to be value packed. And my initials, Bradley Sutton, is BS. But don't worry, there is no BS in this video series. So we're gonna. I hope you guys find it interesting.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited about this. And those who have privilege to watch this live, you are welcome to ask questions in the chat, and we will give those questions to Bradley to answer. So the first session is product research and how to validate the product which you have found. So where do we start? I think it can be a problem for many Amazon sellers or those who want to start business on Amazon. And
yeah, a couple of things that are important, just even before you start. Let's clear up some misconceptions. So one thing is, in people who are entrepreneurs, they always talk about doing something that's your passion or that you're very passionate about. And yes, that's true. Okay. But in Amazon, you can't use that as the only guide because maybe you are passionate about fidget spinners. All right. If you try to launch a fidget spinner now, that's not going to be good for you. Okay. So you have to kind of step away from what you personally, your selfish wants, and you have to go and look where the demand is. And that's so important. The other thing that people do, and I'm not saying that 100% of the time this doesn't work. Okay. But you cannot just create a new invention. You could come up with a brand new invention that's the coolest thing in the world. Like, what do I have here? Okay, here's a pencil. Like maybe I come up with a pencil that transforms into a pen, into a marker by magic or whatever, right? Like really cool. That would be cool if something like that existed. But that would not be successful on Amazon without outside help. Why? Because nobody knows that kind of technology exists. Amazon is all about demand. If people are not searching for it, they're not going to find it. Okay, so that's another thing that's important. A lot of people, they say, oh, I came up with a brand new innovative invention. I'm going to put it on Amazon and be very successful. No, if you're not driving the demand or the outside traffic, it's not going to be a successful product. Amazon is about finding what are people searching for. Okay, so this is the main concept that I teach. And this is not, again, this is not the only way. Of course, I could have a pencil that does that magic thing and be successful on Amazon, but only if maybe I went on Kickstarter and 100,000 people are interested in my product and I send them to Amazon, or I get some famous person to talk about it on Instagram and send everybody to Amazon. Okay, yes, of course you might be successful that way, but that's not what we're talking about today. This is not a social media test. This is how do you strictly launch a product on Amazon? And again, on Amazon, it's so important that you look for the demand. What are people searching for? And it's not only that, you know, any of people who have seen my videos, I always talk about collagen peptides. Okay, that's like my example. Like Manny, he uses tactical flashlight all the time, right? I use collagen peptides. I would not recommend selling collagen peptides. Why? Yes, there's a lots of demand, but there's so much competition, it would be very hard to come in with a new product and sell. So again, what we're going to be going over today is number one, let's find where there might be demand. Like we know there's already some successful people selling. All right. Number two, maybe there's something about that niche that tells us, hey, there's some opportunity here. Like maybe not that much competition, or the people who are selling right now are doing something wrong, but still selling, so that if we come in and do something better, we're going to be able to steal their sales, you know, quote, excuse me, quote unquote, steal. We don't steal here, but you know what I mean. Excuse me. Sometimes if my voice, or I'm drinking coffee or tea or something, because I'm actually pretty sick today. So I hope my voice lasts the whole time. But anyways, so that's what we're going to be going over today using Helium 10. So let's get started.
Yes, let's get started. So I'm actually myself, I used to have an idea to sell on Amazon. I don't hide, I'm not an Amazon seller, but I like to bring to my audience. And a couple of times in the past, I really wanted to start selling on Amazon, and I got in paralysis analysis where I product and searching for it, and it was so hard to find out the best way to find the product. So let's see what Bradley has, what kind of strategies Bradley is using.
It has me in tears. No, I'm sorry, my
all
of a sudden my voice is crazy. Oh. All right, we're gonna do this. All right, guys. Okay. You see, look, I'm almost about to die, and I'm here trying to help you guys. So you guys better pay attention, because you can see, like, Augustus is making me cry. No, has something in my throat. All right, we're gonna do this. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah, share the screen. We don't need to see you crying.
Real men can cry. It's okay.
So now you will be showing which tool of Helium 10 which helps us to search for the products.
All right, let's get started here. You can see my screen, okay?
Yes, we can see it.
All right, our product research tool that we're going to be going over today is a black box. And for anybody who's interested, if you guys already have Helium 10, that's great. I know a lot of you already have Helium 10. So make sure to open it up on your computer and go ahead and follow along as I do this, whether you have the free version or the paid version. So do you know, Augustus, how many products Helium 10 has in our database?
I think I heard that number several times. I will try to remember. Maybe, was it like 45 million or something?
Add one more zero.
Okay.
Or not one more zero. 450 million products in our database. This is the largest database of products on in the planet, other than Amazon itself. Of course, Amazon has the most products, but we not only have products that are active now, we have products that have been active in the past few years that maybe for whatever reason now, you know, is out of stock or suspended, but we have that data. All right, so none of this is prepared. All right, I honestly do not know what we're gonna find here. Like Augustus, we didn't get together and say, hey, let's find this and do this, right? You know, none of that. Okay, so
no,
Augustus, you tell me, what category would you like me to search of the main categories, or maybe are there people live watching right now?
Yeah, there are people live watching.
All right, everybody start voting. Are you able to see the chat, Augustus?
Yeah, I can see it. So let's see if someone suggests.
Yeah, everybody, let's see which one is the most voted for. You know, the first thing that gets maybe 2 or 3 or 4 votes or something, we'll do it. So we've got beauty, cell phones, electronics, grocery, health and household, home and kitchen, kitchen and dining, office product, musical instrument, patio, lawn and garden, pet supply, sports. Let's see what kind of votes that we get.
So far, someone said baby. Me personally, I like traveling, so when I would like to sell something on Amazon, I would look into some products related to traveling. I don't know exactly which category it is.
That's a
Probably,
good question.
yeah.
A very good question. I would think that there should be a category just for that, but
Yeah, so other people say, two people say kitchen, then sports. So baby kitchen sports is
all right.
basically the
Let's
most
just
popular.
choose a couple of those. I think home and kitchen. Maybe there's some travel products that go there. Let's see. Let's try baby and home and kitchen. Okay. Now, the first thing I like to do now, guys, what I am teaching you here, this is not the only way to do it, or there's no right way or wrong way. This is just my way that I'm using to teach you guys. But we have so many filters here you can use. You guys need to decide what works for you based on your circumstance, based on your budget, based on your goals, whatever. I'm just going to show you one of the 1,000 different methods you can use Black Box to do it. Okay.
Yeah, and people who
To
are
find,
live mostly voting for home and kitchen. There is somebody suggesting arts and crafts.
okay, good.
But
I had the home and kitchen here, so that's good. We picked the right one. All right, so I'm putting, if you notice, $10,000 monthly revenue. All right. Now, what I'm going to put here is, go ahead.
No, everything is cool.
Okay,
I'm waiting.
I thought you had a question. I'm sorry. So now you notice I put here the retail price between $15 and $25. So why did I put that? And again, you put whatever you want. So the thing that happens is that if you have a product, $8 or $9, kind of cheap product, yeah, maybe you can sell a lot of products, okay? But what happens, think about all the costs. You've got the cost to produce the product. You've got the cost to get from your factory to Amazon, the cost to get from Amazon to the customer. You've got taxes, you've got custom duties, packaging. By the time all of that is, oh yeah, of course, we can't forget the 15%, Amazon commission. So after all of that, if your product retail price is only $9 or $10, your margins is going to be very low, okay? And some of you might be okay with that, no problem. But I'm just going to put 15 because it allows us a little bit more margin, all right? Now, I also put a max of 25. Now, why did I do that? Let's say there's $40 or $50 product. Well, what happens is, a $40 or $50 product, maybe your cost to produce is like $10 or $15. And if minimum order quantity from the factory you're going to get it at is 500 or 1,000 units, well, I think most of us don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money. I'm not going to tell you my salary, but trust me, I don't have that kind of money sitting around to invest in a product. So if you do, guess what? That's good for you. Like if you have $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, what if I were you, I would make this minimum 40 and max 100 or something, because of this very reason, that already eliminates a lot of the competition. But I think most of us here maybe can afford a product price between here. So that's why I picked that. Now, review count. So let me just show an example here. Augustus, where you live, are you able to shop on Amazon or not?
Yes, at the moment I'm in Spain, so it is Amazon Spain is there, sure.
Okay. So do you remember what are some things that you have searched for recently, maybe?
It was earbuds. So Bluetooth earbuds.
Bluetooth.
Actually, I bought some, but I'm testing. Not sure if I will like it.
Okay. So
yeah, this one. Yeah.
Bluetooth earbuds. Let's take a look here. All right. So we got a wide variety, some with 69 reviews, some with 977. Okay. So we are talking about review count. Now let's just see here if there are any. As you can see here, like if you see something that has 4,000 reviews, okay, another one, 262 reviews, and then here, 7 reviews. What do you think, Augustus, like most people who see these, which would they most likely to be click on?
With, well, first it should look like it's almost 5 stars, and then probably where they see the bigger number of reviews, obviously.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but even let's say both of them had 5 stars. Okay, I mean neither of them have 5 stars, but let's say both of them had 5 stars, or both of them 4. Actually, this is both almost 4 stars. Probably they're gonna, if everything else is equal, they would feel more comfortable clicking this one. Do you agree?
Yes, actually, I think also seeing 200 reviews, it also feels comfortable.
Yeah,
It's a big,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, show me what is less than, let's just say 95 reviews. Now, the reason is kind of like what Augustus was saying. If everything is equal, psychologically, an American customer, a European customer, doesn't matter. They see something. I mean, let's just say they don't know either brand. Okay. All they're looking is pictures and reviews, whatever. If they see something 4,000 reviews, they see something 5 reviews, they're going to pick the one with 4,000 reviews. Now, when you start on Amazon, you're going to have 0 reviews, maybe 4 reviews, 5 reviews. So if everybody is selling, or everybody who's selling on your niche has more than 1,000 or something, well, it's going to be very hard for you. Doesn't matter how great your product is. Nobody will buy it because they probably won't even click on it. So, but if I have a product that is selling well, $10,000 a month, okay, but only has 95 reviews, then okay, the difference is not so much. Even like Augusta said, 250 reviews compared to 5 is still a big difference. But if it's only like double digits, it's still better, 95 reviews, but not so much of a difference. So that's why I'm picking that. Now, what about rating? So this one was, let's see here. So you see this one, 4.5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Wow, a lot of 5-star products here. 5 stars. Man, so many 5-star products. Everything is 5 stars here on the first page. I think something strange is going on, but here we're not going to talk about that kind of thing. But 5 stars, and then this one 0 stars. Or what about theirs? Where is that at? Here, 3.5, 3.4 stars. Psychologically, again, Augustus, which one do you think people feel more comfortable to buy?
With more stars, obviously.
Absolutely, absolutely. And why is that?
Well, you don't want to buy a bad product. So if it's less than 4 stars, for example, obviously 20% of people are not happy, probably, or more. So you want to get a quality product.
If I could find a product that is 2.5 stars or 3 stars, but it's selling at least $10,000 a month, what might that be an indication of? What do you think, Augustus, or anybody else out there who's listening? What do you guys think? If I can show you a product that's selling so much, but it's only 3 stars, in my mind, it could be there could be 2 different reasons that both of them can help us. So what do you think, Augustus? Or tell me what people are saying.
Yeah,
you personally,
probably we have to wait until people hear what we are saying. There is a lag, but
but what about you personally? Let's get your opinion first.
So I would say that it will show us that there is something to improve, right?
Yeah.
And also somebody saying that there is a big demand, probably.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here's the first one. While people are still making comments, let me just tell you the first one and let me know what you think. So if there is only 3 stars and it's selling good, maybe that's an indication everybody who is selling good or selling well has only 3 stars or 2.5 stars. Maybe there's not 5 stars. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, because like we just talked about, if there's a product 5 stars and a product 3 stars, well, usually they would pick the 5 stars. I mean, so just the fact that we know something is selling so much, either like the individual said, there may be really high demand, so even the lower selling products are selling high, or maybe the competition doesn't have better stars. So to me, that's a positive, because if I come in with a product that has 4 or 5 stars, instantly I'm more attractive than the other one. Is there anybody else who had any different guesses?
It was other people were saying also high demand. Then the market is forgiven due to lack of choice. Yeah, so basically
that one right there, lack of choice. Actually, who said that? What's their name?
Mike. It's Mike.
Mike, you're amazing, because every time I use this example, only 1 out of 100 people think of that one. All right, so Mike, everybody out there, Mike is a very smart seller, so ask him some questions. But anyways, what Mike said is right. So basically what he's saying is, maybe this is the only option. So like people who are searching for certain features or certain price, maybe this is the only one that is out there, or one of the very few, meaning that regardless of his stars, they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. They have to get it. Now, the third way, which really doesn't concern us, is like if it's a brand name. Okay. So people who are searching for Nike shoes, they don't care if it's 2 stars or 3 stars. They know Nike is good, so they'll just buy it. But that kind of thing, we're not concerned about. We're concerned about the first 2 things that we mentioned. So that's one thing that I'm going to go ahead and do. The next thing I am going to do is, let me try to find it here. Let's see here. I'm going to use our Chrome extension really quick. This is our Chrome extension. Once you, if you guys who are not Helium 10 members, go here to helium10.com/extension. Okay, and then you will be able to see here on the top right, it'll say add to Chrome. So you're going to want to add that to Chrome. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to see here. The reason why I'm doing this is I'm looking for some images. I'm actually not going to tell you exactly what I'm doing here until later, but yeah, let me give you an example. Let me go to this one, and let me go to this one. Okay. Now take a look here at this one. Look at these images, Augustus and everybody else out there. It's a really nice image, detailed. Now here's another image. Infographic, we call this, another infographic. Wow, it tells me how long it charges, talks about the fit. A lot of images here, right? This looks pretty good. You agree?
Yes, yes, of course.
Now, if we have another one, this one is another one that's very good. Infographic, they actually have a video, etc. So now let me show you one that might not be as great. Let me see if I can find one. Actually, I would think that people who are searching for earbuds mostly know how to do a listing, but let me find another category. Earbuds might not be a good result. All right, actually, let me go to a further page. I want to find a bad listing here. Let me see. Let me check this page here. So I hope while I'm looking for this, everybody's installing the extension, or you guys already have the extension and are following along. If you're just joining in, what we searched for was Bluetooth earbuds, and now I am on page 3 of the search results.
And yes, if you want to install Helium 10, you can find the link below this video. And Helium 10 has a free version where you can just install. And you have to create an account, and then it's easy to install the Chrome extension and use it. And at the moment, X-Ray, the Chrome extension feature is for free, right? X-Ray.
Yes. So you're able to use it 1,000 times for free, not 1,000 clicks, but every time we click this, it has like maybe 30 results or 20 results. So when I say 1,000 times, that means 1,000 results.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going back. I know there's bad listings here. This is my specialty here. So it looks like earbuds, everybody's doing really good.
Yeah. Maybe it's hot. Something which maybe will be hot in 2 months, something new. Any products which are popping up recently?
That's a good question. One thing that is going to be popping soon in America is Valentine's Day products, because Valentine's Day is in February. So there's going to be a lot of seasonality there. Let me see. Here we go. Here's one. Okay, here's an example. Now, what about this? Yeah, I know it's not earbuds, but look, this 2 images only shows ingredients and this, and then they have one video of, I don't even know what the heck is that. Is that, all right? So compare this to this with all the amazing graphics and this. What do you think people feel more comfortable buying?
Well, obviously with nice pictures.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the most important thing, more images, because people who, there's 2 things that are important here. Actually, you can see here this Bluetooth. Usually, if somebody has a lot of pictures, they're kind of a really good seller, and they have good listing quality here. And you can see it. 8 images and kind of like nice bullet points, very detailed. What about this one? Yep, I knew it too. 8 images, very detailed bullet points, a lot of good information, okay? Now look at this guy. 2 images. Let's look at his listing. Look at these bullet points. You know, this just doesn't look very professional. So in America, number one is, you know, images. People need to see different angles. They need to know how to use it, and they base their buying decision on the images. But at the same time, if I see a listing like this, it also maybe gives me the feeling that's not very professional, you know. And if I'm trying to find something that's going to work for me, I might think, hey, this seller, he doesn't even know how to make an Amazon listing, but how am I supposed to trust that he is going to make a professional product? I mean, he can't even make Amazon listing. That could be the case, you know. So again, this is something that's unique, I believe. I'm sure somebody else will come out with it soon, but I believe right now it's unique to Helium 10. I'm going to say, show me something, max number of images, 3. Okay. So the reason why I'm doing that is, like, I want to see a listing less than 3 images or 3 images, but still making $10,000 a month, price between $15 and $25, less than 95 reviews, less than 3.4 star rating. So honestly, I don't know if anything is going to come up, because this is kind of crazy to have all of these things wrong with the product. Oh, and again, the reason why I did this, in case it wasn't clear, is if they're selling well with only 2 images, it's still the same thing as this. Maybe it's indication that nobody else has more images. So that means that if I come in with 8 images, instantly my product is more attractive. Okay. So if nothing comes up, I'm going to have to maybe open this up a little bit more, but let's see if anything comes up. And again, we're searching for over 450 million products.
At the moment, we're searching in the Amazon.com, right? But your Chrome extension works for how many marketplaces?
So in this drop-down menu up here, you can also choose, I believe, I haven't checked it lately, but I believe UK and also Germany. And it found 6 products. So let's take a look at this. All right, so let's take a look. Scented wax melts. Seems interesting. Lower adapter. Snug velvet clothes hangers. Let me take a look at this one. This just seems like very simple product. Let's just take a look. Huh, look at this. Exactly what I was searching for. 2 images, all right? And remember what I said. If somebody doesn't know how to make the images, I bet you they don't know how to make the listing. And look at how very few information is here, all right? I mean, this has got to be one of the worst images I ever seen. And actually, I can't even zoom in. I mean, this is it. That's all I have. And here, this one I can zoom in. At least I can zoom in. But this one, look how small it is. That's terrible, okay? And what about reviews? 15 customer reviews. Okay, that's less than 95. Only 3.3 stars. Yet, they're making at least $10,000 a month, most likely. They're selling a lot of units. So this is something that I would research. So what is the next step? Hopefully there's not too much of a lag, but everybody out there who's listening, okay? I'll give you a few seconds, but we just found this product that seems to have so many things wrong with it, but it's selling more. Now, number one question is, does that mean instantly, yes, if I make velvet clothes hangers, I'm going to be able to sell this product? And number two, if you say no, what else do you think we need to know? So maybe you can talk a little bit about that, Augustus, while we're waiting, or we can just wait for them to answer. I'm very curious. And Mike, you can't answer because you're too smart. You're smarter than me. You're going to make me look bad. So Mike, you can't answer. Let's give somebody else a chance.
Yeah. In my opinion, there might be a few things, to look at. Let's see if someone is managing to comment on time. I know there is like several seconds delay, maybe even 30 seconds delay. And again, we haven't prepared this kind of example. It's the first time.
I have never seen this product in my life.
Yeah. So someone is saying, Tom Allgate says maybe it's a cost price. Another person says, Jayanti says, I wouldn't sell this as FBA fees and cost will be high
Very good. Uh-huh.
I also was thinking when I saw this picture with 50 bulky or like big size items, I thought, okay, maybe it will be too costly, and they are selling
I
for
think so too.
$17.
But what about just in general? Let's say it's a pencil and still $17.50. So very small shipping rates. What do you think, Augustus? Can we just look at this and say, oh, I know I can go ahead and sell this because here is a pencil that's selling for $17 and it's making $10,000 a month and has terrible image, terrible review. I mean, this is all important that we found this, but is this the end of our research?
All right, I would think maybe there are a lot of other competitors which are selling for a higher price. Maybe the value of this item is like 2 times the price we see because we put a filter.
Yes, yes. All right, we've got to check. It's not just based on one product. Guys, this is step one. And I might have to do this 10 or 15 times before I can find a real product. So, or a real product that we can sell. So, it could very well be after I research this, maybe we find out this is a brand name or something. I've never heard of Snug Velvet. I mean, maybe that's a fancy brand, but I am not a hanger expert, so I don't know. I'm collagen peptides expert. So, anyways, the question is, what about the niche or the niche as a whole? That's the key here. Yes, I found a product, but if I sell this, I'm not just competing with him. I'm competing with everybody else who has this kind of product. So the question to ask yourself, and again, I know there's delays here, but this is very important. I like asking questions, not just because I'm trying to drink my hot tea, but I like asking questions because it's important that you guys really understand the thought process when we do this. So if we know that this guy is selling, I mean, and this is not 100% number. This is an estimate. It could be $9,000, could be $12,000, $13,000. This is our estimate that we do, but we know it's selling well. You know, it's selling well. So what is the question we would want to answer so that we can get to the next step to check the niche? So we know that this is making $10,000 a month. What is the logical question we need to ask ourselves? And now, guys, think back to what I was saying at the beginning of this video about where Amazon sales come from. Okay, it's hard to make a brand new invention and sell because actually I don't want to say it because that kind of gives the answer. But guys, what question do we have that when we get the answer, it brings us a little bit closer to understand this market? And then the key is we know it makes between $10,000 and $12,000. So what's the next logical question? Are there any guesses yet?
I think we have to wait until the video will be streamed to these people.
Okay.
There is a quite big delay. I just saw the.
Do you already know the answer? You don't have to say it, but do you know the answer yet? In your
I
mind,
suspect, but I don't want to give up, give out. But I was reading the comments from the previous question, and a lot of people were really concerned about how bulky will be this package of.
Absolutely.
Of the hangers.
Oh, you know what? Hey, while people are answering, let's do that. Watch this. This is something that Helium 10 can do. I'm very glad that whoever was concerned about that. I don't need to guess what is the weight or the size. Watch this. I'm going to hit this. I'm going to hit profitability calculator. There it is right there. So, wow, look at this. The dimensions of this package is 15 by 13 by 6. So actual weight is 7 pounds, but it is charge oversized charge because of the size. And so if this is just estimate right here, like let's say this costs me only $2.50. Even if this cost me over $2.50, look, and let's say my shipping was only $150 per cubic meter. Look at this. In 1 minute, I found that our profit is only $1.79. Our net profit. All right, that's only 10% a margin. In fourth quarter, because storage fees are very high, it's actually less. So that is an excellent point. But this by itself already would make me say, no, I cannot sell this product. But something interesting. Let's say that I know I can maybe make this package a little bit smaller. Like maybe this box is too big. So I'm going to maybe make this, like take a couple inches off, and maybe the weight is a little bit less. You know, I can make it 5 pounds, and maybe I'll make 1 inch off of here. Now look, all of a sudden, I just changed like 2 inches here, 2 inches here on this package. If I can make that package smaller, look at that. My profit is more than 400% originally. There's an FBA calculator in Amazon. Maybe you guys didn't know that. In Amazon, it has something similar to this. But the reason why Helium 10 is so powerful is I can go in here and change all of these numbers and just kind of like do some experiment. If I can make just the package smaller, all of a sudden now my shipping weight is less, or my shipping charge, and my profit goes up 400% by changing 3 inches. Did you know that Helium 10 had that, Augustus?
No, I didn't know. And actually, one of the listeners, which has a name Comunitate, I think it's not a real name, but that listener says, "Cool, wow, it's they are surprised that you had this."
Cool. So now, did anybody have any guess about what question we need to ask about this product?
So someone was saying probably we have to ask what is the FBA cost. Okay. And someone commented that there is no way we can source them for less than $4. So probably that person, I guess they mean that we have to look at the profit margin.
Yeah, I think everybody is paying too much attention to that. So guys, that's why I said, think of it as a pencil. You know, like forget about the size, the weight of the package. Think of this as a pencil, regardless of the size of this. There is a very, very important thing we need to know about this product in order to go to the next step. And this is the context I want you guys to think about. Number one is, we know it makes at least $10,000 a month. But what are the two things, or what is the major thing that drives sales on Amazon? How do people buy things on Amazon? And I'm not talking about PPC, okay? Of course, that's important. I'm not talking about social media or Google. Yes, that's important. But the number one way that a product can get sales, regardless of price, regardless of size, regardless of profit, whatever. How does a product get sales on Amazon? Now, this is a hopefully simple question. Let me know what you guys think. So we'll wait for that. But in the meantime, let me just take a look. While people are answering that, a couple of things I wanted to show is also, whoops, my mouse is going crazy here. And did my mouse die? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. There we go. Okay. While people are giving guesses, a couple other things we're going to talk about. This is inventory level. If I click here, let's say there's 10 different sellers. Actually, here there's two sellers. But if there's 10 different sellers, maybe this is a wholesale product, I can click on inventory level, and it'll show me how much stock everybody has. So that's kind of important. Now, is that enough delay? Did anybody have some guess yet?
So we are getting guesses. So seasonality, keyword research, ranking, search volume, BSR, sale price, if it's adding any value. And
yes, so the people who said search, that's important. All right. The important thing, the question is, now I hope everybody's just like, I should have remembered. I should have thought about that. But again, the question was, how do products get sales? And the answer is search. I mean, that's the way that people can see the product. It's not like I click a button and all of a sudden this magically appears in my computer. No, I have to want velvet clothes hangers. I search for it. This product comes up in search results and I buy it. That is the number one way where sales come from on Amazon. You agree, right, Augustus?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So again, with that in mind, Augustus, you personally, what do you think is the question we need to answer about this product, knowing that it sells at least $10,000 a month? If we know that the sales, the source of the sales, what would you like to know about this product so that will help us to know if we can sell it or not?
I'm only thinking what is the profit margin, but what else can be important?
Yeah, forget about profit. It's just something we want to know about this product. think about what we just said. And I'm hoping, I'm hoping this delay will help other people give some guesses. But what makes sense would what knowledge or what answer would help us to understand if we can sell this or not? Again, regardless of profit, regardless of shipping, regardless of price, forget about all that stuff. Maybe this is a $1,000 per unit profit margin. Doesn't matter. Or $1.
Yeah.
What would we need to know?
People are guessing if it's a volume of search, keyword research on Amazon, then how popular it is. I'm thinking also, I would like to know how many other sellers are selling this, and if it is just, how big
Okay,
is
so
it
I'm
of a
going to go
pie.
ahead and give the answer. And I think
Okay.
everybody is trying to be too smart. These are all very high level. This answer is the easiest answer of them all. Now, the answer is, where are they getting their sales from? What search is resulting in this sale? Does that make sense? I mean, it's like we know that they're making X amount, and we know that search is what drives the sales. So the question is, where are they getting their sales from? What are people searching so that they find this product? And why that's important? Well, if we're going to come out with a product that is similar to this, velvet hangers, we need to be able to make sure that people search that same thing and find our product. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. So basically, we have to find which keywords are driving
Exactly. Now, we're going to go deep into this in video number 2 and video number 3. So I'm just going to do a very brief thing because this is important for the validation step. So I'm going to copy the ASIN. I'm going to go here and I'm going to open Cerebro. And again, video 3, we're going to go very deep here. And I'm going to go ahead and paste this here. Whoops, I put the wrong, there we go. Okay, and I am going to hit reverse search. Now, what this is doing is it is going to show me any keyword phrase that this product is ranking for in top 300 positions. What do we mean by top 300 positions? So, for example, this is collagen peptide search. First position is this. Second, this. Third is this. 4, 5, 6. And then you keep going all the way to like page 24, and that is position 400, position 300, whatever. Okay. Does that make sense? I hope everybody's with me. I think if it makes sense to Augustus, probably everybody else, hopefully it makes sense. But if Augustus is confused, then since he's the smartest one out of all of us, then I know everybody will be confused.
No,
are you with me so far?
Sure.
All right. So they came up with 313 words. All right. Now, here's a question for you, Augustus. We won't wait for people to answer. So, black hanger. This seems like a very, very good keyword, right? I mean, this looks like a black hanger. Very important. Probably a lot of people search for that. However, they are position 302. So, like, what page? What page do you think that's on? Maybe position 302.
Well, it's like between 20 and 30. I think it depends if it's on mobile or on desktop. Yeah.
Probably. Now, you, Augustus, when you search for earbuds, you said you actually bought some, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So the ones that you bought, do you remember what page they were on? Were they on page 17? Did you go through 16 pages and then 17th page you saw, oh, I like this one?
No, maximum of 3 pages I checked. Maximum. Yeah.
I agree. And most American people, I don't know about Europeans, but in America, where most of you guys are selling, most just stay on page 1, 2, maybe 3. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So that makes sense. So here's my question to you, Augustus. This one is ranked 302. We know they're making $11,000 of sales per month. Do you think that they are getting a lot of sales because of this keyword?
Obviously not.
Obviously not. And why? Yeah. Just for everybody to make sure. Maybe only you and me and Mike know about this. But why not? Why is what you said correct?
Well, because nobody will go so deep into the pages, and they will when they are searching fingers. Yeah.
Even if this keyword had 200,000 searches a month, it still wouldn't matter. It's nobody can see it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a I'm going to make a filter here. Show me the words only on maybe top half of page 1. Okay, now take a look at this keywords. What about this one? Velvet, or how about this? Velvet hangers. That's very appropriate, right? Because look, velvet hangers, right? This is what this product is. Velvet hangers. I mean, I don't need this search volume to know that a lot of people would search this very important keyword, okay? Now it's position 9. So that means anytime somebody searches for it, at the time that we check this, it's top half of page 1. So here's my question now. Do you think this keyword is giving a big a big part of the sales of the $11,000?
If it's on, it's page 9 or it's on rank 9?
Page 1, position 9.
Probably not the biggest sales, but obviously it's getting some. But
yeah, absolutely. It's probably getting decent number of sales because if velvet hangers is very appropriate to it and it is organically on page 1, that means that, or pretty much anybody who searches velvet hangers, they're going to see this product. Anybody who searches black hangers, they would never see this because it's all the way buried on page 20. But it doesn't matter if they're looking for this product or not. If you search for velvet hangers, you're going to see this product. So that gives you, exponential chance to make the sale if people are seeing your product. Velvet hangers 50. So like maybe people are searching for 50 velvet hangers. They are page 1, position 8. That's another good keyword. All right. So let's just assume this is the number 1 keyword. So now what we do, we take a look at the search. What is the competition like? Let's go ahead and click here. Now we see this. Okay. So now let us see what is the niche like. Now all of a sudden we found all of these products that are very similar. So here's the question. I'm pretty sure I know what we are going to find out here. But let's just go through this process because it's very important that we do. The first thing that I look at is the price. Like, is there a big price variation? So I see 20, 21, another one 20, only a couple here 30. So that's interesting. Most products on this page are priced similar, okay? But what about the sales? Oh my goodness. The Amazon one, position 1, it is selling 40,000 units per month, almost $1 million, one SKU. Here's another one selling 13,000. Look at this. Every single one here on the top of page 1 is selling more than 1,000 units. Here's this product that we found here, only selling 680. So I can tell you right now, I do not like this because think about the kind of sales velocity you would need to have to be able to maintain a position here. Almost impossible for a new product. These products have probably been on here for a while. Now, what about star rating? Okay. The product that we were looking at, which is the Snug, only 3.5. So if everybody has like 3 or 3.5, that's a good thing for us because that means we don't have much competition. But look at this. 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 5, 5, 4.5, 4.5. So again, this is something that for me is a bad sign. I would have to have, it's not to say that it's impossible, but I just don't have that advantage. If everybody was 3 and I come in with 4.5 or 5, now I have an advantage. But if I come in with 4.5 or 5, everybody has the same, I'm on equal playing field. What about number of reviews? Number of reviews has to do with kind of the age of the listing and how much people are willing to click on it. Look at this, 5,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. This one is sponsored ad, so I don't really count that. Only 1 or 2 products have less than 1,000 reviews. Again, this is for me a negative. Why is it negative? Because if I have my product 2 reviews, 0 reviews, there's no way they are going to pick it from this list because everybody else has so many reviews compared to mine. What's the last thing I look at? The number of images. Remember here, the Snug image that we found, only 2 images. So if everybody only had 2 images or 3 or 4, and I come in with 8, I'm going to have the advantage. So let's take a look. Okay, number 1 guy has 3, but that's Amazon Basics. You know, that's Amazon brand. So that might be more popular. But look, everybody else, 8, 8, 6, 7, 5, 9, 7. Everybody has a lot of images. So again, this is not to say that it is impossible for us to sell this product. What this is saying is that it would be very difficult. Why? Because all of the features that make the product we found very like a good target, this is a good target, the main ones on this search are not that, they do not have those same weaknesses. So what would I have looked for? I would have looked for if everybody on page one or most of them had similar weakness as the snug one that we saw. So at this point, I would say, no, I am not going to source this product. Even if the profit was high, it would be very difficult for me to do this. So again, I hope you guys understood this video about the thought process. Number one, we are searching for a product. Let me go ahead and turn off screen share. So number one, we're searching for a product that we already know is selling well, has existing demand. Number two, we are putting some filters so that we can find a product that has characteristics that might mean that there's little competition, or it might be easier to steal the sales of there. Number three, we check what keywords are, if we find the product, what keywords are driving the sales for there. So now I look at those keywords, and then I look at the market as a whole. How difficult would it be to get to page one and stay on page one? What does the competition look like? And if a lot of products have a lot of wrong things about them, then I know that gives me a little bit more confidence. Does that mean that all those products were like the snug hangers and then it's guaranteed I'm going to have success? Of course not. Everything is about percentage or probability of success. Does that mean that if I launch a hangers and all of those were 5 stars, just like we saw, it's impossible to get to page one or impossible to be success? No, but chances, maybe less than 10%. So in Amazon, you want to give yourself the best chance to perform well. And this process is what helps me, my former clients, in order to find those positions, those opportunities on Amazon. So I guess now I hope everybody was able to understand this lesson, and I think maybe we can open it up to questions about this. Don't make it question about keyword research or something else that we're going to talk about in the later episodes, but anything about this process, product research and validation. Let's open it up to the questions, or we'll start with maybe you, Augustus. Do you have any comments with what you saw, or any questions yourself?
My first, in my mind, whenever I was just thinking that, okay, maybe we'll find a product, and I was thinking, what is the next step? How to find a supplier? But we didn't even find the product this time. Yeah. But you explained how to search the logic, and actually, I wanted to go very quickly which tools you used on Helium 10 so that people can have this shortcut. So first, you just looked at Amazon, maybe at your niche. And then you did a filter in the, what's the name of the black box, right, on Helium 10. And then you used X-ray to analyze the pages, the search pages. And afterwards, you used Cerebro, was it? The ASIN search? Yeah. Okay, so going back to X-ray.
Just really briefly about what Augustus was talking about here. We can go to Alibaba, right? And whatever keyword that we found was the important one, we search. So I just search here, velvet hangers. So then we can start seeing, oh, here's, actually, this looks very similar. Let me look at, where is that product that we had? Did I already lose it? I might have already lost it. Snug, where is the snug? Let's take a look. Oh, my browser is so slow. This might be the same product. I don't know. We might have just already found the factory, but this is, you can go to Alibaba. You can go to 1388.com. There's many websites. And then what you do is you look to find the kind of product you're looking to sell. And then you start negotiation process to get the price. Like if you look here, maybe 14 cents, that's probably, you could probably get that half price. You'd want to get that half price so that your cost would be only $2.50. And And actually, look, this is Amazon. So I bet you this is the factory of that one, because they even say that they're selling on Amazon. So just very briefly, if we had found a good product, this would have been the next step that we go to. Just to give you guys an idea.
And interestingly enough, they're using this velvet hangers keyword in their title on the Alibaba listing as well.
Exactly.
So we have a question from Comunitatea. Probably it's not real name again. So this person is asking, would you please elaborate on the success score given by the X-ray extension? What would be a good success score?
This, oh my goodness, this is asked so many times. This is one of my most important things I want to explain. Whatever tool you're using, there might be different scores or algorithms or something. Guys, do not use any score as an important metric. I don't care you're using a Helium 10, you're using another tool. What are scores for? All right. Scores are just to have like visual representation of the niche as a whole. Let me just share the screen again. Okay, do I have anything open here? Hold on. Where is a search that I had open? Here. All right, so this score, 17. This is F. This is a bad. No. What goes on here? You mouse over. This is just talking about the number of competing products, the average price, and the price deviation. So a lot of our tools have different score. Here, Cerebro IQ score. What does that mean? This, all it is number of competing products divided by search or search volume. Does this mean this is a bad score? Does this mean this is a good, or I'm sorry, does this mean this is a bad product or bad keyword or bad score? Is this one, because it's 4,000, good keyword, good score? No. Guys, don't use tools scores. This is just meant as a visual representation. So if I'm just scanning this and I see this number, immediately I know there is a lot of search compared to the number of competing products. If I see this score, that means almost nobody is searching compared to number of competing products. That's all it means. It's just so that I don't have to go and calculate this one by one. If I'm just like going like this and scanning, I instantly see those ones. Same thing with this. If I just see this, that tells me that the price deviation is moderate, and there's a lot of competitors. Okay, so now I don't have to go and look one by one and calculate the price and then divide by 12 and see what's the, I don't have to do all those calculations. It just gives me a brief glance. So that's something that, if anything else today, I want you guys to make sure you do, because so many people now, whatever tool they use, they like to be able to push a button or have the computer or software tell them this is good or not. Nothing beats a human decision making. Okay, there's no software out there that you push a button and it tells you this is good or not, because there's too many factors involved in your decision. So I was thinking Lion King. I almost said Hakuna Matata because of the name, but I know that's not the name. So whoever had said that, then I hope you understand that it's not good score, it's not bad score. All it is visual representation of certain metrics.
Yeah, so that person says, good to know. Thank you very much. And actually, I'm just thinking, what is your recommendation when searching for a product? So there are two versions or two suggestions in the industry. So one is find a product which matches your heart, which is your passion, and another one which don't care if it's from your heart or from your passion. Just if numbers look good, sell it. What's your opinion on that?
I don't think anybody says find your passion in Amazon. That would make no sense. But what you could do is, the first thing you search for is look for your passion. For example, what is one of your passions, Augustus?
I liked traveling, or in the past I liked a lot. I'm still moving time to time.
What kind of thing do you use a lot when you travel, or what would help you in your traveling?
Sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag, okay? Yeah. So maybe you are very passionate about sleeping bags. Well, that's fine. Make that. Don't even use black box. You go straight to validation phase. Look for sleeping bag in Amazon and run X-ray, and then see. Is this good or not? Because yes, if you can sell your product you're passionate about, that is the #1 option. But 95% of the time, you will see that what you're passionate about there's not opportunity there. So then if there's no opportunity, okay, now you go to Black Box and find whatever. But just because Augustus is passionate about sleeping bags, that does not make him guaranteed to be successful on Amazon. If everybody on page 1 is selling 10,000 units a month, it doesn't matter about Augustus' passion. He's not going to be able to sell sleeping bags.
So in my opinion, to look only at numbers, you basically need some kind of tool. Of course, it shouldn't be necessarily a Helium 10, but without any kind of tools, it's like very hard to even estimate if you are the beginner. I know that 7-figure sellers, they look at the BSR on Amazon listing, and they can already know how many sales that product is making. But if you are like just starting, it's really difficult without any kind of support to get like to evaluate the product. So it's
exactly.
And someone is asking, Almas wants to know, could you please type and give the steps to these the steps of researching a product, please? So basically that person has to watch this video once again.
And people can see this on the replay. There will be replay, or you will have this video in the group, right?
Sure. Cool. Yeah, I don't see any more questions. Someone commented that making money is the bottom line. I don't care what I sell. So
and sometimes you have to have that attitude. But guess what? This is, and we're going to talk about this in number 3 and number 4. Is most times you are selling a product that you do not have knowledge of. Like maybe me. I'm going to sell sleeping bag. Well, I'm not Augustus. I actually have never slept in sleeping bag in my life. So I don't know the special things about it or what people like and don't like. Augustus, if he knows, if he's going to sell a sleeping bag, he almost much keyword research he doesn't have to do. He is the keyword research. He knows what's important to him and what people are thinking about. But if we're in a niche where we have no idea about that product, that makes the keyword research so much more important, because everything we're going to study, we didn't know about it before. So the only way we're going to know it is if we do the keyword research.
Do you have any suggestions how to study the product we found, which looks like a good potential product to source and sell? So how to investigate this niche? Is it going on Facebook groups or Instagram, or what's your suggestion?
That's going to be video number 3. I'm going to show you guys that.
So
and it's very important. And one of the most, I would say, what we're going to teach, maybe 95% of sellers don't do. Very unique, but you guys will be like, oh my God, that is so important. That is incredible. So make sure to watch video 3 about that.
Perfect. So yeah, if someone is watching live and still has questions about product research and validation, please type in fast. And meanwhile, I want to say that if you liked how Helium 10 works, you're welcome to give it a shot. You can, I think, use it for free. Many of Helium 10 features you can use for free. I think there are limitations per day for some tools. So you just sign up using the link below the video. And if you will decide to use it long term, you can use the orange 10 coupon code, which will give you 10% lifetime. Mike, our friend, is asking, when you find a product, buy from competitors and research. Okay, he's not asking, he's suggesting.
You see, I told you, Mike is a smart guy. I told you, that is a very good, that is definitely part of the process as well. Yes.
Yeah, actually, I've heard from several smart sellers doing this strategy, buying maybe 5 or 6 products from different competitors and just putting on the table and looking what features you can combine in your product and make it like the best of all the competition. So
absolutely
cool. I think all is well. I'm looking forward to the second session where we will talk about international keyword research, how to like think internationally to prepare listings, right? To find the keywords for different marketplaces. And if you have any questions, email to me. And in the next sessions, or if you're watching a recording, And we are receiving questions which are not answered in the 6-part video series. We will be able to probably make additional session in the future as well with all the questions people are sending. Cool. Thank you very much, Bradley.
Thank you.
Yeah, see you in the next episode.
All right, see you guys. Make sure to tune in next week. We'll see you.